the 2025 Kia Carnival Hybrid, a minivan that I have been waiting for a long time, and I was not convinced that it was ever going to happen. Toyota has been enjoying the spoils of exclusivity in this segment for the last few years, and it's nice to see that it finally has some competition. But more than a hybrid minivan for the sake of it, this thing is very good. Now, I know some of you are going to have an issue with this, but it is front-wheel drive only. I know that's a big sticking point for a lot of people, but it is not explicitly necessary. I don't care whether you're talking about a car, a crossover, or a van like this one. Front-wheel drive is just fine. Four-wheel traction does not replace a proper set of winter tires anyway, so just keep that in mind. Don't take this thing off your shopping list just because it doesn't have all-wheel drive. Now, let's talk about what it does have. It is the same hybrid setup that you can get with the Sportage as well as the Sorento. It's a 1.6 liter turbocharged four-cylinder, but it is paired with the most powerful version of the electric motor that Hyundai and Kia have been using for the last number of years in these hybrids. It's a 54 kilowatt electric motor. So net output is 242 horsepower, 270 pound-feet of torque. I am going to tell you guys that especially at lower speeds, you will feel just a little bit of a strain. It sounds underwhelming because it is a 1.6 liter four-cylinder, but once you really get your foot into it, there is more than enough torque for this thing to take off. It's really impressive just how hardy it feels with a heavy foot. Now, something else I'm going to point out, not quite as efficient as the Toyota Sienna that is hybrid only. You can still get the 3.5 liter V6 under the hood of this Carnival, but if you opt for this version, this hybrid, just know that it's not quite as efficient. Now, I still think it is pretty damn good for what it is, a big heavy vehicle with proper three-row seating, not like the Telluride or the Palisade or any one of those sort of mid-sized SUVs. This thing has plenty of space in all three rows of seats. When you factor that in, the fuel economy ain't so bad. So officially, it's rated for 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers around town, 7.6 on the highway, and 7.2 combined. So that's about, I don't know, half a liter to about a liter worse than the Sienna. But we've been pretty close to that here in California. We've been on some pretty winding, hilly roads, and even then, the worst we saw it was about 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers. That's a lot better than you do with the V6. I think that thing's good for right around 10.5 or 11 liters per 100 kilometers. Now, the 2025 Kia Carnival lineup has 6 trims in total, but only 3 of them are available with this hybrid powertrain. So you have the LX Plus, which is the second from the cheapest trim. That's $46,500 or so before freight and tax. And then there is the EX trim, that's $49,500, and the SX Plus, that is the one that I'm testing. It's decked out with everything you can imagine, and even some stuff you might not, like these long slide second row seats with leg rests. That is $56,500 before freight and tax. For what it's worth, it's a $2,550 upgrade for this hybrid powertrain. That is very reasonable, again, for what you are getting. For the gas you are saving with this thing, I'd say it is well worth the extra spend to go with this hybrid powertrain. Some other stuff we should talk about: styling. I think this thing looks great. The first time I saw it in person, I really was digging the look. And here, driving it, spending some time with it in California, I am liking it even more. I just like how futuristic it is. And keep in mind, this is a mid-cycle refresh. This isn't a new generation of the Carnival. This is about as drastic of a refresh as I have ever seen. The same is sort of true in here, although not all of it is good news. Kia has gone with this stupid switchable control panel for the infotainment and climate controls, and I do not like it one bit. It's the same thing that you find in the Kia EV6, so you hit these 2 little icons down here to toggle between infotainment and climate controls, but I'm telling you, when you need to, I don't know, turn down the stereo, but you have it on climate, it's very confusing, and I've tried to get used to it, just hard to get the hang of. I really wish Kia would stick with proper physical controls, but that is a pretty minor gripe. One other minor gripe, it does get loud in here, not just the engine noise, a bit too much road and wind noise in here, but overall, my complaints are minor. I really do like this thing, and if you like minivans as much as you should, and you have more than a couple kids, I would highly recommend checking this hybrid out.